My mom texted me. She said, TGIF for you.
Aw, thanks, Mom.
Yeah, it is.
Me?
TG,
Oh,
it
no.
is F
It is.
for me.
It's Friday for you. It's Thursday for me.
It's Wednesday.
Gotta get down on
Wednesday. We're recording on a Wednesday.
Different day of the week. You guys don't really know when we record, but it's different for us.
It's part of the mystery. We're bringing down the curtain.
But as always, it's
that time of the night.
Cheers.
Clink.
Yes, it's a different night because it's my birthday this weekend.
Woo, woo.
And I'm celebrating my birthday, not in Arizona.
I have your presents in this very house.
I can sense them.
But you must wait.
I know. I know. But I walked in and I knew there was something for me here.
You have to pay the Greg tax if you want
your presents. The Greg tax. You gotta pay the Greg tax.
Every time it's your birthday. If your birthday is next, then you have to pay the Greg tax.
I want the Greg tax fee. Because if there's one thing I know, I am not going to, and I have never paid Greg anything, and that man just be making us food and letting us be at his house for less than free.
I've been overpaying him for my phone bill for like 4 months, and I keep forgetting to change the amount I'm paying him.
Damn, we'll add that to my stuff that I owe.
Like, that was from Tay.
Yeah, that's the Tay tax. For her being around for the last 10 years.
It's the dumb tax.
Hey!
No, I meant not you. Sorry, I just meant because I keep forgetting about it. No, that's funny. But yeah, it's your birthday.
My birthday. So when you guys are listening to this, I will be 28.
Woohoo!
And I'll try not to have a midlife crisis during this episode.
Yeah. It's all good. What are you doing for your birthday?
So I'm actually flying to Oklahoma tomorrow night. And I'm going to see my parents. And on Saturday, my actual birthday, I'm going to the Megan Maroney concert. I'm so excited. I love her so much.
Have you actually been to one of her concerts,
yes.
or you just saw her at the Alex Cooper thing?
So when she opened for Kenny Chesney, you remember that concert about a year ago and it got rained out and Kenny Chesney never actually came out?
Yeah.
But we did get to see her. So that was the first time I saw her. And then when we went to the Call Her Daddy live show in Phoenix, she always had like a musical guest. And we were like, what if it's Megan Maroney? And we were like, don't get your hopes up. And then we were recording when she announced her to come out, and we I feel like sometimes I can compose myself and not be too crazy and loud.
I've heard that this happens in theory.
Anyways, I no control stood up and screamed my head off because it was just so exciting that it was her, because we didn't know. So this will actually be the third time I've seen her.
That's cool.
Yeah. I'm very excited. We're gonna get there early and wait in line, and then we're gonna get into the venue really early, so we'll be front row. You know how Liz goes. Mm-hmm. She ain't going to no concert if she ain't front row.
That's right.
So I'm very excited.
She's pretty tall. Is that ever
I don't know. I don't know. I don't think anyone's gotten mad at my mom for being I'm sure. Height.
I just get mad when there's tall people in the front. Yeah. I'm like, I can't fucking see.
Yeah. Well, I'll just turn around and be like, that's my mom, you bitch. And it's my birthday. Shut up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it just you and your mom go to the concert?
Tara is going with us.
Right.
Her husband is actually going to Oklahoma with us. He's not going to the concert, but they're both coming. So yeah, it's gonna be really fun. I was listening on the way here, Megan Maroney, and it finally hit me oh my god, ah!
Are they staying with your family?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so they're staying at the house, so they're gonna get the full barn experience.
The full Brushu barn.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know,
if you don't know about the barn,
everyone has to experience the barn at least once.
Mm-hmm.
So it's my dad basically built this. It's actual barn building
shape.
And they had one, and then there was a fire in their backyard and it burned down. So they got, insurance money to rebuild it. When they rebuilt it, my dad built in this like literal bar in the barn. It's got 2 TVs and there's like cool like neon bar signs and a bunch of D-back stuff and Cowboys and he's an Oklahoma State fan, so he's got OSU stuff up. And it's just like such a cool fucking vibe.
Yeah. So Christmas lights.
Yeah, Christmas lights like and a bunch of cool stuff. And my parents like to drink and their friends like to drink, and so everyone comes over and hangs out and gets drunk. Which is what everyone's going to come over on Friday because everyone's always gets so excited to see me. And yeah. So yeah, everyone's got to experience the barn. If you've been to the barn, you know. If you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
Yeah.
And if you don't, you ain't been to the barn.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you doing anything else while you're there?
Just party on Friday, swimming, and then concert Saturday. That's basically it. I'm just there for the weekend.
Yeah.
I don't really do things when I'm there because I don't,
Yeah. And then part 2 of your birthday is the following week.
And then the next weekend back in Phoenix, we're going to go out for my B-Day.
Downtown Mesa, y'all.
Yeah. We'll see. Because we're too old for Mill. I don't want to go to Mill. I don't want to drive all the way out to downtown Phoenix. And our friend was like, no, there's downtown Mesa. There's some cool bars now. It's fun. So I asked her to show us around to some cool, fun bars. So hopefully it'll be cool and fun. And I'll just get super drunk and it won't matter where we are.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I once went to a bar in Mesa when I was 20. And I went on that date with the 28-year-old and he took me to the state fair.
Oh.
And then he took
me
to
the same night?
Yeah, he took me to a bar in Mesa, and then I'm pretty sure he was trying to get me to come home with him, and I was like, nah.
You guys kissed like on the Ferris wheel.
Yeah, we made out on the Ferris wheel.
That's so cute. That's such a TV show, movie type of thing.
Yeah. I mean, I'll save some of the deets for when I talk about maybe all of my worst online dating
that's a
scenarios.
Good topic. That's a good corner.
That is a good corner. But you know what? You have to come back for that because you can't have it all.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I went to a bar in Mesa that night.
But that was also like 6, 7 years. Oh my God, you said 20. It was 8 years ago.
It was 8 years ago. But the point is, we just went out and sat on the like porch, and he went to the bar and got us beers. And at no point did anyone ask me for an ID.
Oh, that sounds like Mesa.
But it feels like he knew that no one would ask.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how many young people are you bringing here? Yeah.
Ew, that's weird. As a 28-year-old?
Right. As a 28-year-old, having your dating profile set to include 20-year-olds, that's gross.
I was like, careful, because
I said 20-year-olds. Okay. If they're not, I would even allow 21, but 20.
You have to be able to drink. I don't know what's in the water with the what.
I was just gonna say because 28 is half your age plus 7 is 21, so then it's okay.
Sure.
You know that the thing.
No.
You don't know that half your age plus 7 thing?
No.
So the youngest you can date is half your age plus 7.
Okay.
So half 28, 14 plus 7 is 21. So 21 would be fine.
21 seems very young.
I agree. I wouldn't want to date a 21-year-old.
Yeah.
But that is the old adage.
Wow.
Anyways.
I'm sure a man came up with that. He's like, half your age. That's fine.
He's like, the oldest I date is half my age plus 7.
Gosh.
That man is Leonardo DiCaprio.
Cheers. Oh, man. What would I would have given to run into him at 24?
I know, now you're an old broad. You'd have no interest.
Damn.
Rip.
I said no midlife crisis during this. Don't call me that.
You're still a spring chicken.
Mm-hmm.
Just not for Leo.
It's okay.
It's okay. You're still a spring chicken for
everyone else.
Other people.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
Other elderly rock stars.
Ooh. Yeah. Will. We haven't talked about Will in a while.
Well, if you're listening, and we know you are, why haven't you commented on the pod yet?
Yeah, come on, man.
Get in there.
We know you're the random person in all the states listening.
Yeah.
As we tour.
We know you're in Illinois. Touring, perhaps.
This is so embarrassing.
Well, I hope you have a really good time, and
me too.
It'll be weird not being with you on your birthday.
I know, it is weird.
We'll be with you right after.
I have to leave so you guys can appreciate me.
We're going to be sitting around with party hats on, just sad.
No, because you're going to be at your lesbian thing and then Sage's party.
Yeah, I was just trying to make you feel better. So I'll have more updates on that after it happens.
Yeah.
But what else did we do this past week? Because we sure did see each other every single day, except for like
I didn't see you yesterday.
Maybe yesterday. Okay, most days. 4 of the 5 days.
Okay, you can't be shocked. It happens every week.
Because last week it was okay. We had just seen each other Tuesday for the game, Wednesday for the movie, Thursday for the pod. Then we had Friday. We went out for drinks.
Yeah. Saturday we went to the pool.
Saturday we went to the pool.
Sunday we saw a movie.
And then Monday, Tuesday, I guess I didn't see you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Friday we went to Cornish pasty.
Yeah. We
Yum.
got dinners.
Got dinners, got drinks.
Yeah. Had a grand old time.
Had a grand time. It was chill.
Yep.
It was just just an average chill night. Say it was at least banging enough for us to be hungover the next day.
Oh, I was hungover the next day.
Yeah.
I just told her, I said, keep them vodka sodas coming. And she did. And then I topped it off with an espresso martini. I don't think I should have done that.
I don't think so either, but I wasn't going to stop you.
I think I had like 5 or 6 just there vodka sodas.
Yeah, it was a few.
I was just like, just keep them coming.
Yeah.
For what?
Yeah. Sometimes it'd be like that, though.
Sometimes it'd be like that.
But yeah, enough that we didn't drink it all at the pool on Saturday.
Nope. Straight water at the pool.
And weed.
Yeah, that doesn't count.
Weed doesn't make you hungover. Did you get tan?
No, I don't have any tan lines.
I got a little tan. My boobs were a little red, which was the goal.
These are my boobs. Yeah, I just only used tanning oil, and I don't think I got anything. So we'll see. This weekend I'll be out by the pool again all Friday.
I'm gonna try and tan a little tomorrow.
Yeah,
I gotta be looking saucy for my lesbian pool party.
Saucy.
Yeah.
Well, I hope you develop more crushes because I'm back to the drawing board of 0.
You know, if you came to the pool party, you'd probably do quite well.
I'm sure I would do quite well. I don't doubt that I could pull the ladies. Yeah. But it doesn't do much.
No.
It doesn't help.
No,
maybe it helped my ego for a second, but
yeah. No, I don't want you there.
Back to the drawing board.
It's best I go alone. All my friends are too hot. So, anyways. That was, and then Sunday, so movie time.
Oh, we saw Fight or Flight, which when it started, I was like, oh, brother, here we go. Because it was some bad acting to begin with.
I mean, it was corny AF.
Yeah, it was. I was like, motherfucker, I really keep thinking, how can you ruin an action movie? It was fine.
It was nothing like,
it was fine.
A
Working Man.
A Working Man. It was nothing like that.
It was definitely better. But at first I was like, here we go again.
It was corny, but it was like supposed to be corny. So it was kind of like, I'm told it's like Bullet Train. I haven't seen Bullet Train.
Yes, knockoff of Bullet Train, which
just...
I know I told you this the other day. You gotta watch Bullet Train.
I know.
ATJ. Holy
Well, it
fuck.
was, what's his face?
Who?
What the guy? What? What was he?
He's the guy.
The guy. What was he in
He
that
was
we
in
saw
Trap.
recently? He was in Trap.
Yeah.
He was kind of corny in that too, but in a
Yeah.
bad way.
Yeah.
Chris Harding.
Josh Hartnett.
Yeah, that one. Some white guy name.
But you gotta watch Bullet Train because Aaron Taylor Johnson is so fucking hot.
I will watch it,
He's
but I
got a
want to talk about the
mustache.
movie we saw.
He talks in his own British accent.
Oh,
Sorry.
I'll watch it. I'll watch it. I will.
We'll go back.
But this one, so basically, it's a bunch of assassins on an airplane in lieu of a train, and just very gory,
Yeah.
long sequences of kill scenes.
Yeah.
Which was funny and satisfying.
Yeah. Try to kill the one person, they team up together, then they try to kill him, and then everyone's trying to kill everybody, and then it kind of turns into Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah.
And yeah.
And then they set it up for like
another one, which
what are they gonna call it? Freeze or Fawn? The other two options.
No,
Fighter or Flighter?
No, it's
to fight. Too frank, too furious.
No, it's just gonna be Fight or Flight 2.
Yeah, well,
Tokyo Drift.
They gotta come up with something like that.
I'm so excited for you to when the new Fast and Furious movie comes out, and you gotta watch it.
There's a 11.
Yeah, because it's a part 2er.
Oh, did I even see the part 10?
No, you've only seen Fast 5 because that's my favorite. So that's one I made you watch.
So I gotta see 10 then if I'm gonna see 11.
Yeah.
I will say, because we've been seeing previews for the
Mission Impossible.
Yeah. And they're showing parts from like the OG movies, and it's making me feel like I want to watch all of them before I see that one.
Because those are
a big time commitment.
Yeah, and it comes out in like 2 weeks.
Right.
You don't have time.
Precisely.
So just watch the one before, because this is a part 2er.
I'll watch like the first one and then like the last one.
Okay, because this is a part 2er, I believe.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the last one either, but I've seen all the other ones. Because these are just good action movies. Same with Fast and Furious. I don't care what anyone says. They're good action movies, okay? I don't care if you hate the dialogue and, family over everything.
Family.
Suck my ass. It's a good action movie.
What was the horrible song at the end of Fast 7?
Without you, my friend.
Oh, not that one.
And I tell you all about it when I see you again.
I know.
That's when Paul Walker died, and it was very sad, actually.
There was a different song at the end of Fast 7.
No, that's the same one.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's not it. I don't know, but that's when I was cleaning movie theaters. And it was...
Oh, that's always the one I thought you were talking about, that song.
No, there's another one. I don't know. It was bad.
Well,
it did not encourage me to see the movies.
I love Fast and Furious. I said forget about it, cuh. We hungry. That's from my sister.
Oh, is that from Fast?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's from Too Fast, Too Furious.
We hungry. I mean, I appreciate the rhyming, or not the rhyming, but the naming mechanism that they...
Oh, Fast and Furious, Too Fast, Too Furious, Fast and Furious, Tokyo Drift, and then The Fast and The Furious.
I mean, I like to apply it to every other series. So
yeah, my favorite is Fast 5 because I love a movie where you gotta bring a group together, and he's like, "Oh, I got a guy," and they bring this group together. I love a bring a group together movie.
Yeah, I like a group. I like action.
Yeah,
I like corny dialogue at times.
Yeah.
Fast 5 was entertaining. I don't remember anything about it, but it was entertaining.
It's my favorite one.
And I did say that the 10th movie should be called FasTEN, Your Seatbelt.
Yeah. That's the name of the episode.
Which, they named it something else, I think.
That'll be the name, and it's the 7th episode.
Episode 7, FasTEN, Your Seatbelt.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, episode 7.
I know. Look at us go.
We're already
Who
on
would've thought?
7. Thank you for some more wine.
Not me. I have a work story.
Oh, please tell me.
So on Tuesday, what's today?
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Today's
so,
Wednesday.
So then it was on Monday.
Okay.
On Monday, I had a patient. And, I do my normal spiel. And then they were like, do you guys do like influencer things? Like, can I
Oh my god. Okay.
like, can I like post you guys, and like, is there like a kind of like a deal we can make, or like what we can do? And they were like, I have like almost 1 million followers on Instagram. And I was like, oh my God, good for you. That's all I said. I didn't ask what. I didn't ask why. I didn't ask what you do.
I'm sorry. I'm going to let you tell your story, but I'm just so excited.
So I didn't ask anything, but I do ask all my patients what they do for work, because depending if they're like in healthcare or whatever, they get an extra discount or whatever. And they're just like, oh, I'm an artist. And I was like, cool. And went on by my day. And then I was like, yeah, I'll let you know. Like, I'll have to talk to our surgeons about it. I was like, I'm sure they'll want to do something, but let me just double check with them first. And I was like, I'll call you and let you know. My fucking dumbass gets on Instagram and is like, oh my God, this is Pearl from RuPaul's Drag Race Season 7, runner-up.
Season 7 with my loves of my life, Trixie and Katya.
I sat there and like my heart is even like racing right now, because I was like, how did I not reckon? I was like, holy shit. And then I was like going in the back, and I was like, oh my God. Like, oh my God. Oh my God. Pearl has my business card with my first and last name on it.
Pearl, who looked at RuPaul and said, is there something wrong with my face? Or is there something on my face?
And I was just like, holy shit. So I was like, well, we have to do something. We have to. And I haven't called her back yet, because we're going to have to reschedule her surgery. So I've been waiting to get confirmation on when we could do that. So I haven't called yet. But Pearl, if you're listening, and I hope that you are, I love you. I can't believe I didn't recognize you or put 2 and 2 together. I will be calling you.
I had no idea she lived here.
I didn't know either.
Does she also have an interest in meeting random best friends?
I know. And then I was like, if I could have put it fucking together, I could have been like, can you please help our podcast? Can you please come on? Which I guess I could still try and do. But so yeah, we're gonna
at the very least get a selfie.
Oh yeah, I'll take a picture with her when she comes in. But yeah, so we're gonna do some kind of collab thing.
You need to be in it.
Yeah.
Insert yourself.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I gave it off to her, like our marketing girl, and I'll try to get in
there, be somehow. Like, look, we have a really good vibe. I just think that I should be there.
I'm so nervous. You know how I am with trying to say things.
Oh, I was gonna say meeting famous people.
But yeah, isn't that fucking insane?
Yes.
I was just like sitting right there, and I'm talking my stupid spiel at work, and I had no clue.
1 degree from RuPaul.
1 degree from RuPaul. Me.
Yeah. I was like, because I'm like, I've had like 4 degrees from RuPaul, and I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
You were 1 degree.
1 degree. And I oh my gosh, I like totally fangirled, and oh my gosh, I was just like, I can't believe that I was just so fucking stupid. I know Pearl's prescription. I don't know what else, how closer we could get.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Isn't that fucking crazy?
Yes. Although, like,
how did she hear about us? RuPaul knows about. That's what it is.
Yeah, it's just crazy that small world.
I know.
What an icon.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. So that I was like, I can't wait to talk about this on the pod, and somehow, I don't know, become friends with her and be like, oh, just love me. Be friends with me. Like, can you refer Trixie in or something? Like,
oh my God.
I know. What if it starts bringing
I would
people
shit
in,
my
other
pants.
people in?
If you, I'll kill you. If you get to meet Trixie and I don't.
God.
Yeah. I mean, we've had notable patients that I'm not gonna.
The
It's no one
murderer.
that's interesting to bring up, but I did come face to face with an alleged murder.
Allegedly!
There was a full on like, what do they call those crime shows on cable?
Like
Not
2020?
Yeah, there was
48 hours?
There was one of them shits about
60
this,
minutes?
not 60 minutes, but Dateline. I never watched it, but there was a whole episode about them, so yeah.
So, but actually, like, honestly, how many murderers do you think we've actually come across? It's got to be more than
handful.
More
than, I mean, if you're talking like serial killers, probably not. But someone who's done a one-off murder, probably more than we think.
Because we work in healthcare, we see a lot of patients.
Well, I see actual convicts.
Yeah, well, ones that are like less obvious.
That are just like, they never got caught.
Yeah.
Or charged.
Because like at my last job, you know, I would see every single patient that walked through the door.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the odds are not in my favor of how many murderers there were.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ugh. Anyways.
You never know who's just done one little murder and just moved on with their life.
That's just crazy.
Nuts.
I told you about the one where we had 2 patients. I think they were husband and wife, and he literally like not kidnapped her, but he held her like hostage for like days, like tied up in their basement or something. And they were both our patients, and we had a note in their charts for them to not be allowed to be scheduled on the same day because she like pressed charges on him.
Oh, and you had them both as patients separately. Like, they didn't come in together.
Yes. But, and then they weren't allowed to be scheduled on the same day together. But one day they were scheduled on the same day together, and she was like, I have to go. That's my kidnapper.
What the fuck?
Yeah. This was before I was there. So this is also being dramatized. What is the
dramatized?
Word? Dramatized by good old. No, he loved a good, you know, making things more than it was. But yeah, she like come and she was like, that guy kidnapped me. And like.
How horrible.
Yeah.
We did, yeah. I mean, I don't know. Obviously, I don't know any of the details. Right. But if you have a person who did something horrible to you and they get like charged with it, they shouldn't be able to just live where you live.
Right.
Like, once they get whatever punishment, it should be automatic, like whatever mile restraining order.
Right. And I did see them separately because they both would still come in. I didn't see them on the same day, but I saw them. And he was like, you know, when you just get a terrible vibe from somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, it like creeps you out to like the core. Ugh. I know.
I mean, he theoretically kidnapped and tied up a woman. Yeah, that's bad vibes, man.
Whew. Anyways. That's not how I thought this was going.
We should be able to refuse service to those people.
I think I should be able to refuse service to anybody. I agree. Dude, back at my old job, I should have been, nope, get out. I would have said that to 99% of them. They were terrible people, all of them.
Yeah. I mean, I've definitely met some awful people, but I don't know. I'm like, well, I guess you still deserve health care. I suppose.
When are we going to do our get high and do pod? It's going to have to be.
What do you mean when?
I'm going to take an edible.
When aren't we going to? I know what you mean.
It's going to have to be a Friday or something. Yeah. And now we're all willy-nilly with our days.
All wills to the nills. Boo. I'm sorry. I don't have anything from work this week. People were people, and
that's okay. I came in.
You brought the house down with the
work story. You better work, honey. That's drag.
You know, we have a Bret Michaels room at work.
For Bret Michaels?
It's the Bret Michaels music whatever room on the floor that I'm currently working on.
Music room.
I don't know what's in there. No one ever goes in there.
He's not from here.
I don't know why.
Why would it be?
He has a room dedicated to him in the hospital.
Oh, we're going to have to look that up. Why?
I know.
It would make sense if there was an Alice Cooper room.
I want to go in.
I want to go too.
But I don't know the code. I don't know who
What's
to
his
ask.
birthday? Did you try 6969?
I don't think that he set the code.
It's his room.
I think he donated a room and some hospital
why.
administrator. I don't know.
Huh.
I don't know.
I love him.
Well, we are a world-renowned hospital. Just saying. You know, it's not like some little hometown rinky-dink
private practice owned by two. Those are my doctors you're talking about.
I wasn't. That's not what I was referring to. Actually, I wasn't referring to anything. But anyways. Oh, actually, we have a listener request. This just in. Kaylee said, talk about when you went to Stonehenge.
Oh, Stonehenge. I do remember.
So kind of random, has nothing to do with anything else we're talking about.
What was that shit?
That was my news bulletin sound.
Breaking news.
Precisely. I talked to our number one listener, Kaylee, who listens to the pod multiple times in a row because she says it's soothing. Aww. And I told her, we will do this pod every goddamn week for the rest of our lives for you.
Or at least until you're back in Arizona.
But she wanted to hear about when we went to Stonehenge. So
Stonehenge was fun. So we went in 2018.
Yeah.
The full trip was London and Amsterdam. So in the middle of that, we went to Stonehenge. It was a summer solstice festival. Festival seems like too big of a word.
See, that's the thing, is I thought it was a festival. What it actually was a campground for people to just be there.
Yes.
And by there, I mean not at Stonehenge.
Yes. Yes.
A tiny ass, hard to reach town in England.
Yes. So, yes, that was perfect. We did have a yurt. The yurt was cool. There was not that no service. There was like 3 food trucks, food options. Mm-hmm. There was music at night. That kind of sucked.
Music as in a handful of people playing drums.
Yeah.
Not a festival, not a concert.
It's funny we bring this up because the other day I saw somebody posted something and it was like a guy like twirling fire. Did we walk by somebody doing like a fire show?
Oh, we fully watched a full fire show thing one night.
Okay, because I feel like I made that up or had a dream
that
about
was like one of the few actual pieces of entertainment.
Yes.
So how I came across this was we were going to London. I wanted to go to Stonehenge and I saw this like, summer solstice festival. Watch the sunrise from Stonehenge and be at this festival for like 4 days beforehand. And I was like, that sounds dope. I love festivals.
Yeah.
I was anticipating live music and young people and a party vibe. And it was a mostly people in their cars or
I don't remember talking to anybody there.
No, we didn't. Because most of the campground was in this one section and people came with their own like cars, tents, whatever they slept in.
Yeah.
There is like the dining hall, which had a bar and was tiny and dark and was the only place you could get internet. And not very well. And then there was our section, which was the yurts, which was like, there were, I don't know, 10 or 15 of them. And they were a pretty penny kind of.
I don't remember.
I mean, they were equitable to what we pay or equal to what we paid to like stay in a hotel.
Really?
I mean, basically.
Oh, I just don't remember. But
and so we had a yurt there set up for us because obviously we couldn't bring camping things.
Right. Girl, we trudged. We
so we freaking there. We had to take a train.
We took a train to the little small town. The small town was so cute, though.
We couldn't figure out where the bus stop was.
Yes, I do remember that.
And then we walked our asses with all of our luggage, which people were like, why do they have so much luggage? Because everyone else was from Britain.
Right.
So we And we get to our yurt. And
okay,
then,
wait. First, we get to the town. We do find the bus. We get on that bus. Taylor's damn near throwing up on that bus. Remember how sick I felt on that bus?
We had to stand.
I had 2 suitcases. Who let me bring 2 rolly suitcases?
This was early in our European travel days.
This was my first Europe.
Yeah.
I had 2. We were standing. I was about to throw up on this bus. We finally get off the bus. And then we had to schlep to the campground.
A true schlep. Across just like
dirt,
muddy,
and rocks,
grassy side of the road.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah.
We make it to the yurt.
I have 0 pictures of the yurt.
I have pictures.
Okay.
The yurt was cool. It's basically a tent with sides.
Yeah. I mean, big enough to fit 3 people.
And so, yeah, we had 2 air beds to fit 3 people, like a queen and a full. And we had a little card table and nothing else.
I read my book. I remember taking 3 or 4 naps every day.
We downloaded Black Panther, I think. Like, we would go to you were like asleep, and I
was like that
because my ex was with us. So we would go to the little mess hall thing and like get internet and like plug in and download a movie and then bring it back to the yurt so we could watch it. And we would play Swedish Bridge.
Yes, we played a lot of Swedish Bridge.
And the food options were burgers, crepes.
Yeah, because we had crepes like every morning.
And something else we didn't eat. Yeah. Something that we weren't interested in. So we basically ate crepes for breakfast and burgers for lunch and dinner every single day.
And they were not great burgers.
Except for the first day we walked into the like little town nearby and had dinner at a creepy diner.
Yeah.
I mean, not creepy, but just like
off.
It was small town. They weren't expecting some Americans to walk in. Yeah. I thought it was the first day we got there, but
I thought it was when we were coming back, but obviously my memory, I don't know.
And then, so we did and there was 0 activities during the day.
Yeah. No, dude, I kid you not, 3 to 4 naps every day.
There was nothing for us to do. It was too far from the town we had come from to go back to.
Yeah.
The only things in the little town were that diner and like a gas station. Yeah. So there was nothing to do there. So we wandered around the grounds. We stayed in the yurt. Yeah. I did henna on you.
Oh, yeah.
Because I freaking brought henna from the United States.
And don't forget your crystals that I brought you.
And my crystals. I had to charge them at Stonehenge, which I don't even remember if I did. Oh. And I don't know if that's why I asked, but that's what I should have done regardless. So we did that for like 4 days.
A couple days. And then it was finally summer solstice and time to what?
Well, first there was one day where a like drumline came in and played in that mess hall,
and you guys were like, "This sucks."
They were so bad. It did suck. I know I was with like a drummer, but like they legitimately sucked. I also, it doesn't matter. But there was that.
Yeah.
And then there was at night, like the night before solstice, there was the fire eaters and throwers and
I remember
whatever.
that. I truly could not remember if that was real life or if that was something I made up.
That was real life, but I understand why it felt like it could have been a dream because the whole 4 days was like, what
is going on? I can't believe we had time for all of these things in 2 weeks.
I know. And I felt bad because I felt like I was wasting our time in Europe.
Well, here you go, bud. My first time in Europe, I had no idea.
Oh, great. Like we could have gone to a whole other city and
whole other country.
I didn't know. I thought it, but we did on the night before before the solstice.
Yeah.
Basically super late at night, they load us on buses. Yeah. They drive us like
not to Stonehenge. They drove us about a mile outside of Stonehenge.
At least a mile.
Where we had to then walk to the stones.
Well, first they were like, no food or drinks at the Stonehenge. Yeah. After you pass this, like the edge of the parking lot. So we're in the parking lot chugging our little like Jack Daniels Coke drinks or like whatever.
Where did we get those?
We got them in
Oh,
London.
yes. I remember now buying those. Okay, yes. Happy Father's Day, and Fred's holding the canned Jack and Coke. Okay,
and then
that.
I think we had like a Sprite bottle and some rum that were like mixing or whatever gross thing it was that we chugged in the parking lot, which did nothing. And then we walked at least
a mile.
It had to be 2 because it felt like I can walk a mile. That's not.
Thank God this was pre-breaks.
We would walk like miles and miles.
School. Yeah.
No, I mean like even in London.
In London, and that was
fine. Yeah. But this was like over grass, and it just seemed like purgatory. It never ended until finally
we get there.
We get to the Stonehenge.
Yeah.
In the pitch black.
Yeah.
And normally when you go to Stonehenge, it's roped off.
Yeah.
You have to stay like 20 feet back. There is no rope. People are on. In next leaning on touching all the rocks, you're in. So we got to go stand in Stonehenge.
We got to touch Stonehenge. So we got to I have pictures of us with our hands on the stone.
We're just like, and it's hundreds of people.
Oh yeah, so many people
just partying,
like
playing drums, where were dancing.
They must have just come on their own and not been staying where we were,
right?
Because they partied the entire night.
We got there at like 11, and the thing is, you wait till sunrise, which was like 5 a.m. or something. And mind you, it is so freezing cold.
It is freezing. It is
like
so
I don't know why, because it wasn't that cold at the campsite or like anywhere else. And it was summer.
I do remember it being cold when we walked back and finally got back to the yurt. That sleep was freezing too.
Yeah.
But no, because it was June.
I don't know why it was like the coldest I've ever been in my life.
But I mean, we three were all laying on the ground.
We had to just lay down and spoon and cover ourselves with all of our coats.
Yeah. I think we had one blanket.
Was like, one blanket. I had like my wind coat and like a sweater.
Yeah.
Because luckily I got to be in the middle because it was your boyfriend.
Me and Fred on the outside.
And we just laid there for like several hours.
I did not fall asleep.
No.
Yeah.
We're just numb, trying to let the time pass.
And then
no one else was acting like this. Everyone else seemed to be fine for some reason.
I know.
I just think we weren't on enough drugs like them.
Yeah. And then the sun starts to come up. It takes this. I don't do enough sunrises, but holy shit, does it take fucking forever for the sun to actually rise?
Okay, but the cool thing was we got ourselves out of our coma in time to go stand in the middle of the stones and watch the summer solstice sunrise come up through like an arch.
Yes.
Which was fucking cool.
Yeah.
Because that thing's been there for thousands of years.
I mean, it truly is a very unique story.
Yeah.
We'll probably never do something that specific again.
But it turns out we could have done a ton of other stuff and just gone for that part. It did not require the 4-day camp in the yurt of purgatory where our neighbor was singing, I got soul, but I'm not a soldier. I got soul over for days.
That's why. Oh my God. When we saw the Killers.
Are you having PTSD?
Yeah, when we saw the Killers, I was like, what is it about this song? because I know the Killer like hits, but that song, like, when I heard it, I was like, there's something about this song.
Something about this makes me want to jump off a cliff.
There's something hinky here.
Something hinky's going on.
Oh my God, that's so funny that you said that, because I've like...
Just some lady singing to herself, I got soul, but I'm not a soldier, over and over for like
hours
and days.
Is it worse than me singing Les Mis the whole time?
Yes, it's worse. Oh my God. We were in London and she's singing Les Mis, which makes no sense, but at least
red, the blood of angry men.
I broke it up because I was singing freaking Young Nut. Bum 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 bum.
We were all going crazy.
Yeah, we were.
I forgot about that too.
A little bit.
I forgot about that too.
I had already been in Europe for a couple weeks, so I was at least on the time zone.
Yeah.
But you and Fred were zombies the first few days.
I don't remember that. I remember getting to London No, I don't.
The first
That's
2
a
days.
lie.
I was gonna say, no, you don't. You've told me you don't.
I am so glad I had somebody with me because we were both like, and we landing into London were like the dumbest people on earth. Like, we couldn't figure out the Oyster card. We couldn't figure out the tube. And the tube is the easiest fucking thing to figure out.
It is.
It is so like
Mal and I figured it out when we were like 14.
Yeah, but we had been traveling for so long. We got there, we're figuring out. Fred leaves his luggage over there and walks away. And then it was like a full 10 minutes. And he's like, where's my bag? And I was like, what bag? I don't remember being on the tube. We do get to the right stop and we're walking. And then you weren't there yet. And I was just like, you told us to stay awake. And I like crashed and then got up. But after I feel like I took that little nap and then slept until the next morning.
I think because I got you up. Like,
yes.
If you had just kept sleeping, it would have been horrible. Yeah. But you took a little nap, which is fine.
Yeah.
I got there from Switzerland and met you guys and brought you out to dinner.
Yes.
To
that little bar on the corner where our little like Airbnb was.
Yeah.
I have the fondest memories of London though.
I mean, it was awesome. Yeah.
You know how much I love London. I would move there in a heartbeat. It would be the first place that I would go back to visit.
I miss it.
I love London.
I've been there twice and I miss it. I want to go back.
I feel even more connected to it since we've watched like Love Island UK and I loved it so much and I just have very, very fond memories of being in London.
But just to round out the Stonehenge thing, we watch the sunrise. We have to do the goddamn trudge back, which at this point we've been freezing for hours.
Freezing. We've been no sleep.
Twice as long.
Yeah.
And then they bus us back to the thing. We sleep
all day.
I think we have to spend another night there.
Yeah.
And then we finally get to
leave and go to Amsterdam.
So, Kaylee.
There you go.
That was Stonehenge. Jesus Christ. An experience, certainly.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
I mean, it was cool as fuck, but
yeah,
everything around it was nutso bananas.
Nutso bananas.
All right. You guys have heard of a spit take, I assume. I assume you don't all live under a rock. One thing about Tay is that she will giggle, and it's hard for her to not. Would you agree?
Yeah.
Yes.
I laugh at everything.
Okay, so I'm going to read Tay the craziest names in college football 2025 season. She's going to hold water in her mouth and try not to spit on me.
Okay.
I anticipate I'm going to get very moist. So let me just get a towel, okay?
And I'm assuming you looked at this and laughed yourself and thought.
Yes, I did.
Okay. I need to have a second because if I put water, I'm already going to be.
Do you want me to tell you a sad story and we don't have to include it, but at least it'll calm you down?
No.
Okay.
When should I go?
Put water in your mouth and if you can not laugh for 5 seconds, I'll start.
Okay.
This is the hard part.
I know. Okay.
Here's put something in your mouth and she's already going.
And you were worried about things about you. Okay.
Okay, the first one I can't say because it's Noah, Knigga. Noah Knigga. General Booty. She swallowed the water.
Well, I was going to talk. I can't talk when I've got the water.
I thought you were going to keep the water in your mouth.
I'm sorry. I was going to say so because then I was like, well, now I can't talk. Okay.
Put the water in your mouth and just keep it there. General Booty. She spit all over me for a name I already said.
I didn't think you were going to say the same name.
Okay.
Sorry, your coach.
That's football names 1, Tay 0.
Sorry.
It's okay. Okay, ready?
Who's General Booty?
General Booty plays for the Warhawks. Okay, here we go. Nitro Tuggle. King Large. If you swallow the water, you have to tell me. Okay. Mobility. Does too.
I'm so sorry.
Mobility.
No, it's like coming out of my nose.
Here we go, folks. Dude person.
It's gonna look like me throwing
All I said
up.
was dude. You spit before I even got to person.
It's gonna look like me throwing up for 7 minutes.
Well.
I'm not spitting, I'm just...
Okay, really try and hold it. Even if you have to hold your lips. Don't spit on me again. Okay, this guy's playing for ASU. Blazin Lano Wong. Blazin Lano Wong. Hold it. Sir Bible. Give her a sec. Give her a sec. Demon Clowny.
I thought I was doing really well.
Okay. Okay. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Rocky Beers.
Mm-hmm.
Deuce Night. Knight. Deuce Night. Legend Journey. Pookie Arterberry. Pookie Arterberry, your name is too much.
I'm so sorry.
You know what? It's fine.
I was fucking sunsplash up in this bitch.
It's just water. It's not nearly as bad as anything else I get on me during the day.
And you're welcome. This is like a bath.
Yeah, thank you. My legs needed a little washing. Okay, she ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, we had Rocky Beers. Now we have Grant Bierman. Oh, that's it.
Oh my gosh.
What was your favorite?
General Booty.
Yeah, the first one.
Oh my gosh.
I thought the funniest spit was one name and it was Dude Person.
That's his actual
That's a goddamn name.
Why
Unless this is a lie, but it's
Right.
from Elite College Football and it's verified. So,
Why would that be his name?
or General Booty.
Well, that's just funny. I would do that too.
King Large.
Aw.
Mobility.
Oh,
Someone's last name's Bility.
I take it back. I like mobility.
Blazin Lana Wong
Is that
the
ASU?
one. At least he was last year.
Yeah. Those are some good ones.
Demon Clowny.
Well, guys.
Guys, if you want to see Taylor spit on me some more,
I'll
send us more spit takes.
Yeah.
And see how much water I can absorb.
Thanks for sticking around another week.
Yeah.
I hope you enjoyed it.
I just would like to say,
Wow. And that is so meaningful.
No, but for real, thanks for listening and subscribing and liking and rating and reviewing and telling all your friends, even your mommies and daddies and sisters and brothers. Tell yo mama, yo brother, yo sister. I don't know.
I don't know either. I don't know where she's going with it.
You can cut that part.
Keeping it.
Check back in next Monday. We'll be back at it with another episode
Of That Time of the Night. Goodbye.
Bye.